Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions.
How do we verify the validity of the Gospels?
Well, look, when I corroborate any kind of an eyewitness on the stand, I'm looking for something evidential that aligns with what it is the witness has said. But every time I do this, I'm only going to get what I call touch point corroboration. Let me give you an example. Let's say I had somebody who comes in and says, yes, I saw him commit this robbery. He jumped up on the counter with his hand, he pulled the gun out and he pointed at the victim and he yelled at her, "Give me all your money." Well, I could actually go back to the counter and look for his palm print on the counter. And that would corroborate. We would consider that to be corroborative evidence for the witness who's testifying to this. But you'll notice that the palm on the counter says nothing about whether he had a gun, and it tells us nothing about what he said to the victim. So any piece of corroborative evidence only gives you a small fraction of the larger testimony. And I never expect it to give me any more than that. Luckily, I wish I had videos on my cases, but I don't have them. So I have to make cases with this touch point corroboration. I don't have a video that's rolling during the actual crime. So this is what I'm expecting then when I look at corroborative evidence for the claims of the Gospels. I'm going to get some touch, some piece corroborated. So I look at archaeology and I see how much has been corroborated by archaeology, for example. Well, can I say that everything's been corroborated? No. Yeah. But do I expect everything to be corroborated? No. When I look at, for example, the writings of non-believers, of pagans in the first century who write about Jesus externally and about Jesus' followers externally, they mention significant details related to Jesus. Do they mention everything about? No. It's touch point corroboration. When I look at the internal corroboration, I see, well, gosh, does this author seem to know something about the local cities? Does he know something about the local customs? Does he know something about the local proper names that are used in this region of the world in the first century? I see confirmation of things I would expect to see. Now, again, do I get complete corroboration? No. But I don't have that high I have a high value for corroborative evidence, but I have a low expectation for how much it's going to corroborate. Given those expectations, I think what we see both externally and internally does a lot to corroborate the Gospels.